It's definitely a very impressive looking place, I've got to say. Welcome to Mount Bur-Omisace, holy mountain of the Kiltias. May I ask why you come to us? I see, all are welcome here. Through these temple grounds you will find the sanctum where the Gran Kiltias and Stasis presides. Alright, let's go for it. Can't fly in Yarg, so I came by ship, but the view from here was worth the long journey. I'm no believer, but this place is impressive. It'd be nice if we could get some of that view as well. That's one thing I miss. If it was a bit more of a modern Final Fantasy, we'd be able to. I'm sure this place would have had some really nice views as well, but we just can't. We can't really see anything. At least we've got like a nice little floating bit up there. Who is this guy? Acolyte. We cannot feed the refugees indefinitely, but we must give them the means to feed themselves. If only one could magic foodstuffs. Every day we welcome more refugees seeking the protection of the Kiltias, and our capacity to feed and shelter them grows ever more strained. What is this? I thought this was maybe like a floating treasure or something, but no. You have the look of one who knows many techniques, but did you know that some techniques alter their range with different weapons? For instance, were you to use Soul Eater upon a winged foe, a sword would not avail you, yet a bow would serve in good stead. A good grasp of the situation is essential to prevailing in combat. Interesting. Building here is the main temple. Okay. The islands floating in the sky are said to be the remains of a great sky continent, shattered and fallen long ago. Even now, they bleed power, robbing airships of their buoyancy. So I guess that's the source of... So this is what I mean. We don't get to see too much, unfortunately. Because y'all know me, I love me a good view. But this is the best we're going to get. My sleep is troubled. My sleep is oft troubled of late. I pray 'tis merely the nerves of an old man. Light guide your path, far arm. The old and wise New Mu elders teach us Kiltias. Simply speaking with them is a revelation. We Kiltias live on the gifts of believers. In the past, Nabradi and Dalmasca too gave generously. Those days are no more. This is a really, like, refreshing place to be, though. If you're that way inclined, there's few better places to find inspiration and peace than here. As the guy said, it is impressive. It would have been even more impressive if there's some treasure chests here. But I see these things glowing, I feel like there must be something, but I guess not. But yeah, with the music and everything, they really nailed this location. It's been one of my favourites so far. Refugees' numbers are growing while pilgrims decrease. It's sad. I would think the faith vital in times such as these. It's a busy old area. Ah, there's a Viera here. Relge. Alone. Leave me alone. The hearts of humans are weak. I dare not grow close to them, lest mine grow weak as well. Oh, great. Alone? Relge, do not say such things. Extra little bit down here. Worm Philosopher. I came to the Paramina Rift hoping to study a rare strain of worm known as the Viral. Sadly, I've been most disappointed. If not the Rift, where might it be? I feel like he's the kind of guy I should come back to if I ever fight something like that. Once long ago, a great worm, filled with avarice, sought to steal the riches of our mountain, but his grace drove it off to Paramina. Maybe using that map I'll be able to find it if I buy the map. Okay. I think it's about time we met this dude. Don't you think? See what he has to say for himself. Why is he not intervening? Whose side is he really on? What does he want? There must be something he can do. Alright, let's go. Been a while since we had some cutscenes. There he is. It's a pretty impressive place.
Is he sleeping?
No, my child.
Whoa.
I do not sleep. I dream. For reality and illusion are a duality. Two parts of a whole. Only the mirror of dreams reflects what is true.
Anastasis, Your Grace. I am
Lay
Ashelia.
down your words. Ashelia, daughter of Ramanas, I have dreamt your dream. Who better to carry on the Dalmascan line than she who bears the Dawn Shard? Your dream of a kingdom restored is known to me.
Gran Kiltias, then give us your blessing. Grant the Lady Ashe her accession to the...
I do not suppose this is something you might reconsider. My little Emperor-in-waiting. You called and I have come.
This is the man I wanted you to meet. Believe it or not, he is a member of the noble house Margrace, rulers of the Rosarian Empire.
I am but one of very, very many. Try as I might, I could not stop this war alone. Thus, I came seeking Larsa's assistance. Alcide Margrace, at your service. To think I stand before the Lady Ashe, it is truly an honor. I see it is true after all. Stunning is Dalmasca's desert bloom.
In Arcadia, Larsa. In Rosaria, Alcide. They dream not of war. Should empire join with empire, the way will open for a new Evilis in our time.
Gran Kiltias, you speak much of dreams, but in the real world, war is upon us.
Gran Kiltias. I was told my coming here would prevent this war. I was to assume my father's throne and announce the restoration of Dalmasca, treat with the Empire for peace, and persuade the Resistance to stay their hand. I have not come all this way to be asked to reconsider.
A word from you and the Resistance would stop cold, and Rosaria's pretext for joining the war scattered off to the four winds. This was what we had hoped. Alas, circumstances change. A full 2 years have passed since your reported death. Were it to become known you are still alive, I fear it could only worsen our current situation.
Because I am powerless to help.
Nay, in fact it has little to do with you.
Then what? If Lady Ashe were to extend her hand in friendship, perhaps I could then persuade the Emperor. His Excellency will solve things peacefully.
The Emperor Gramis is no more. His life was taken.
Father.
There we go. That's what I was talking about.
What possible cause could we have to lay hand on our Emperor?
A deception and an outrage! The Senate will not stand for this!
A viper amongst our senators?
With Chairman Gregoroth as its head. With what dignity remained him, he confessed to the poisoning and passed his own
A
sentence.
viper with many tails. Much of the Senate is culpable.
We had no choice but to strip the Senate of authority and assign powers of autocracy to myself until such time as order...
Spare me your lies! I see the serpent coiled here before me!
Trace, you speak too freely.
Zargabath! Do not tell me you join in his mama's farce!
With Rosaria poised to invade at any moment, our leader must have a free hand.
The once great House Solidor is now reduced to myself and my dear brother Larsa.
Surely you would not go so far. Vayne Solidor! As Judge Magister and Upholder of the Law, I hereby place you under arrest.
You misunderstand. Vayne did not make himself autocrat. It was the very Ministry of Law which you serve. Do you see it now, Drace? When you bared your sword at His Excellency, you bared your sword at the law.
You wear the mummers motley well, Bergen. Such strength. Inhuman.
Zargabath, take the Alexander. You will accompany Bergen and bring Larsa back to me.
Sire. Your Excellency, Lord Larsa was placed under my charge.
Oh? Perhaps you mistook your orders then. I can see no other explanation for why you were reporting and conjecturing on my doings to my late father.
Your Excellency.
A hound begging for scraps at the Emperor's table. Would you serve another master, hound? You may fulfill your duty as Judge Magister before us all. She has been tried and found guilty.
Your Excellency, I beg you reconsider.
Do it. I care not. Live, Gabranth. Protect the young lord. Protect Larsa.
Forgive me.
Pray be quick.
And so House Solidor lives on.
Wow. Most important story scene of the entire game.
Let us suppose you approach the Empire with a peaceful resolution. The late Emperor Gramis would have lent you his ear, that much is certain, but we are dealing with Vayne Solidor. Should the princess return, he would claim her an impostor, or to tempt the resistance into battle. Vayne wants this war, that much is certain. As our ill luck would have it, the man is a military genius.
The dreams have told me thus. To reveal yourself would imperil us all. I see war, and Vayne's name writ bold on history's page.
Arcadia's banners fly high. They are making ready for the coming war. According to our latest reports, the Western Armada prepares for war, under Vayne's command, no less. The newly formed 12th Fleet has already been deployed. Oh yes, the Imperial First Fleet stands ready. They'll be underway as soon as the Odin's refit is complete. And there is more. The 2nd Caravan Expeditionary Force is being called in to replace the missing 8th, so there will be no gaps. The largest force ever seen!
And then, the Nethicite is the coup de grace. Gran Kiltias, your grace. I spoke to you of my succession. Let us put that aside. Should I become Queen of Dalmasca now, powerless as I am, I can protect nothing. With a greater power at my disposal, perhaps then.
It is the Nethicite of which you dream?
I require something far greater.
To wield power against power. Truly the words of a human child.
I am descended from the Dynast King himself.
Indeed. Then you have but one choice. Seek you the other power Wraithwall left.
Does such a thing exist?
Journey across the Paramana Rift to the still shrine of Miriam. There rests the gift he entrusted to the Gran Kiltias of his time. Seek it out. The Sword of Kings can cut through Nethicite. Why he would entrust the power to destroy Nethicite, the instrument of his greatness, to another and not to his own progeny, I cannot say. Awaken Ashelia Benagan, and take up your sword, or your dream will remain but a dream. My dream too fades into day.
Larsa leaves the party, very much disappointed with proceedings, I would imagine. So, that was a very, 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 very important sequence there. So with just a single move, Vayne just completely flipped the script. And he seems to have all of the judges exactly where he wants them. Dude's ready for war, ready to just make everything happen. I mean, you have a guy who, in all likelihood, murdered his own father in order to increase his own power. Where have I heard that happening before, I wonder? So we've got Alcid as well. I think he's a nice little bit of energy and a little bit of charisma that we haven't seen too much of aside from Balthier. But he's a more energetic version, so I think he's pretty cool. Let's chat to him. Larsa has gone to the Inner Sanctum with the Gran Kiltias. I believe the news of the Emperor's assassination comes as something of a shock. Was I overly direct, perhaps? No matter. He's in good hands now. Alcid. I like it. So, yes, we've decided to fight fire with fire. Larsa's attempt at diplomatic solutions failed, as predicted. It's going to have to be war. It's finally started to come together though, because when they first said let's head to Mount Bur-Omisace and, you know, let's do this ascension or succession or whatever it is and we'll form a peaceful alliance, we all knew it wasn't going to work, but it was kind of a few hours of padding until we really found out what exactly was going to happen. So now that the big event has happened, we can move on with the story, pretty much knowing where the end of the line is going to be. Vayne has pretty much laid his cards out on the table. It's up to us to stop him. Larsa very much underestimated his brother, I think. But that judge, the one that was killed by Gabrant, she said what strength, inhuman. So I guess they found a way to use the power of the manufactured Nethicite. So the judges were even more formidable. I doubt NPCs' dialogues are going to change here, are they? Yeah, okay. I think it's a good time to save here. But I think this has been my favourite track so far of the whole game. Absolutely loved it. Right, I think we're okay at the moment. Let's head back out into the Ooh, actually, before I do that, I feel like buying this map because it might have something to do with that worm that was available. with that worm. Just need a little bit more gil. Okay, that takes me over the mark. Was it 3,400 or was it 3,200? Yeah, okay. This map better be worth it, man. Otherwise I will... kick the Kupo out of you. Seriously. We can get the Sword of Kings in the Still Shrine of Miriam. Sword of Kings, I seem to remember that from Final Fantasy XV. I think there's a Sword of Kings there as well. So I think this this greyed out area is going to be my path down there. So let's go for it. We're down to 3 though. So I think it's Pinello time again. Don't want to take liberties. Let's just go with this team for now. We'll make Barsh the leader. Alright, let's go. Our damage output and our healing has gone down as well, but you know. At least we're doing over 600 damage. Let's get rid of this Shell Gambit from Pinello. We don't need that right now. Ah, this is back to 1 ally. So there's Curaga for 1 ally and then Curager for multiple allies. Yeah. Otherwise, when they're below 70% HP, she's still gonna use Cure instead. That's gonna be the main one. That shield looks pretty badass. Look at that. Nice. Okay, I think we're going this way. So the battles are going to be a little bit slower now as well. To that end, I think I might play with 2 times speed. Because I'm less able to do damage now. And these are all enemies we fought before anyway. So when I come to a new area, I'll likely bring it back down to 1 time. Yeah, there's a little entrance here. She's got nothing better to do, she might as well attack. It's this way. Ryan Fang, that's something I already had. Yep, it's this way. Now if we have a boss battle with that worm thing and there's only 3 of us, it could be a problem. To walk this rift in ice and snow, this is part of our asceticism. Go up the slope and south from there to reach the still shrine of Miriam. Okay. 44 girl, yay! If you go to Mount Bur-Omisace, we right. Oh, we're back here again. Right, not gonna save. Nah, I equipped this, but I pretty much lost my quickening as a result, which I don't really want. So I'm going to quickly head back to get my MP back. Haha. Who are you, my friend? Twintania. Okay. Let's see how much damage we're doing to it. Yeah, we're still hitting it pretty hard. Get another manual steal in. Well, try to. Failed again. Ice Stone. Not all that great. It's just these guys hanging around here. Wow. Them combos, man. Damn. I get 2 LP for each of those, which is good. 182. It's got some funky enemies around here. It's a flyer. So, team's got to change here. Holy Stone. That sounds good. It's weak to darkness. Okay. Well, Fran doesn't know the dark spells, so there's not too much I can do here. Alright, let's keep attacking it. I mean, we're hitting it pretty hard. 516. Since we've got flyers around, we can keep this party, I think. Watch out for them traps. Shit. Well, Vayne was never going to be able to hit it anyway. It just literally sounds like tire screeching. Holy Majesty. Revive. Nice. Surely that's a very expensive item. Although I do want to head into this little bit here as well. I'm going to do that. I feel like it's an opportunity that I shouldn't miss. Yeah, this is a little bit I want to go to. I quite like the water in this remaster, I have to say. I think that's quite nice. Big fat nothing. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Whoops. There we go. That should hopefully stop people from triggering off the traps. Damn it. Come on, one good one. Ah, all rubbish. Yeah, Balthier can just ride out by himself. He's just that much of a legend. He is the leading man after all. I think it's good for when you want to do this. If you just want to traverse areas quickly without getting hit too often, it might be a good idea to just have one person out there. Let's just keep moving.